Hi, this is Emily, the JetSetting Fashionista here at SPQR with Chef Matthew Accarrino.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm so excited to be here with you. As you know, I live a few blocks away. I come in here all the time, and this is a beyond special treat.
Well, we're always happy to have you, and we're happy to have you here today.
Great. I even brought my book. I'm so in love with the restaurant. I never leave home without it. So, where should we start? I guess let's talk about, what got you into cooking and your first memory of cooking.
If I have to trace it back to an exact moment, it's got to be, I got interested in food because of my third grade birthday party. Everybody had birthday parties that year, and everybody had pizza from some big place that delivered.
Yeah.
And I decided, well, I really want to have a birthday party. I want to have pizza too. So my grandma came from Boston, who knew how to make Sicilian pizza and was going to bring the old school thing.
Yeah.
So she came and made the pizza, and I absolutely freaked out. I hated it because I wanted to have the pizza that everybody else was having from one of the big places. So I thought it was the worst party ever. On reflection, I realized that was the first time I really loved pizza.
Okay.
And I came back around to it. And then what actually got me to cook professionally was I'd always been a cyclist and thought that, I got interested in cycling, I was racing, I was doing all these things, and then not related to cycling, but actually playing Frisbee, I broke my right leg. I had a benign tumor in my right leg and ended up being laid up for about 2 years. And during that period of time, I was learning to walk again. It was actually a really stressful kind of period of my life, and I was in my teens. I had nothing to do but sit on my butt and wait to see what I was going to eat next. So I got pretty interested in what that might be because I couldn't leave the house. And so I watched, a lot of Jacques Pepin and Julia Child and all those things, and thought this is a really cool thing. What a great thing to do. And I started working in restaurants after that. I obviously finished high school and did all the things that you would normally do. I actually went to college too, but at some point I had the cooking bug, and it just never went away.
Yeah. So speaking of the cooking bug, here at SPQR, you've gotten a lot of awards. I guess sort of tell us, about the evolution of SPQR and your role here. And
Sure. The restaurant was opened 7 years ago, and they originally thought or designed it to be a very regionally focused, it's going to be a Roman restaurant. And so that ran for a while, and then I came in. I wasn't the opening chef, and I came in and replaced the chef, and I thought, I took the job, and I thought, I'll kind of get this restaurant back on track, and then we'll go do something together. We'll make a new restaurant or whatever was going to happen. And I got here, I was maybe 2 days into the job, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just make my food. So I don't think I want to do this. It wasn't necessarily mandated that it was going to continue to be a Roman restaurant, but it certainly was just going to, I realized I was just going to make my food. And I've done that ever since. And so I always say people, it's great because it's kind of like I get away with calling this an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It's really an American restaurant. We're in America. So the influence or the inspiration, a lot of it comes from Italy. My family to this day, still a lot of them live in Italy. My grandparents came over. My father is the first American generation. I'm the second. But there's still a whole village with 60 Accarrinos in it.
Wow.
In Puglia, and I'm going to go visit them soon.
I was going to say, I think I might need to go and visit the family as well. So stay tuned for that.
But I mean, the cool thing is, the things that I love about Italian food has that hyper regionality based on where you are in Italy. And it's literally the first time I went to go work in Italy, I worked in the north, and I brought some great Parmigiano from the north down to my family who lives sort of in the south, and they told me immediately it was no good. And I'm going like, I thought this was one of the best cheeses in the world. How is this no good? But what I realized was that they meant it was too far. It was from too far away. They don't eat a lot of cow's milk. They eat other stuff. They don't eat a lot of hard cheeses. They eat soft, fresh cheeses, and that's all due to the regionality. So when you take that and you start to apply those kind of concepts to what we're doing here, I'm cooking in California. I want to use California seafood, fresh vegetables from this area, and even a lot of the olive oils and things I use. My olio nuovo comes from California, not from Italy.
Okay.
So, but for me, I'm endeavoring to create a more authentically Californian experience, which is really what an Italian living in California would do.
Yeah,
The same way my family don't want to take cheese and use it that's from 200 miles away.
Right.
They think it's too far away. So that would be basically me saying in San Francisco, LA is too far.
Which I might agree with you, but So then you don't discriminate on your Italian influence, whether it's northern or southern. We could find both here.
Right. Sure.
Okay.
And I think what's really great is that you get to, this sort of melting pot of American culture, and you think about, we can be inspired by dishes like carbonara, or we can even be inspired by dishes like Parmesan, like chicken Parmesan, that is really not an Italian dish, right? That's actually something that's kind of fabricated here. So we have this ability to expand upon those inspirations because we have all these other influences. When you think about all the great influences come from South America into California, there are different chilies here, there are different spices, there are different things that are available, and then all the things that come over from Asia to here, there's different ingredients that we have access to that we use. And I was actually going to Italy soon to have, take a trip there and do some research and visit some people. I was looking at some of the restaurants I might visit, and it was interesting for me to see Alaskan cod on some of the menus of some of the very, very good restaurants there. And I thought, cod from Alaska.
That's very
Why
far.
would I go to Italy to have cod from Alaska? But so that's my sentiment. My sentiment is that if somebody comes here from Italy, I'd rather not show them the ingredients from Italy. Oh, this is from your region of Italy. You came all the way here to have it, and they're kind of scratching their head going, you guys don't make olive oil? So think about that. And so that kind of idea has wove its way all through what I'm doing here at SPQR and allowed us to really explore those sort of Italian inspirations, but do it in a way that's very authentic to the space in which we're cooking, the region in which we're cooking, and to be able to forge those relationships very closely with all of the people that we get our ingredients from. And really cooking, of course, requires you to cook well, but you cannot cook well with bad ingredients. So ingredients is really the foundation for everything. So the better ingredients that you find, the better your cooking has the potential to be.
So that's